Bird's still going crazy, but I want to answer an email. It's a little bit of a long email, so I'm gonna do my best reading here. All right, crypto jail. This comes from Ashley. Lou, you're freaking me out when you say if we do have huge gains, millions, and put it in our normal bank accounts, we're screwed. Please dive into the details of this and more. Should we have a conversation with our bank prior to depositing it? I'm from a small town. I can get the president of the bank on the phone if I have a problem. I know the entire staff, etc. There are no prompts to press one to do because we always have a talk to a real person at our bank. Our family has been in this community, small town, since the inception. My grandpa was the founding father of the town. Could this help us if we were depositing a lot at the time when it would choose to do so, have protocols no matter what to flag us? Help. Also talk more about staking and earning from XRP XLM. Praying it goes up to double digits before Christmas. Giant hugs, Ash. Okay, Ash. Let me just say how it is. The banking world is a pretty simple one. The problem is the government has a lot of new rules and procedures that have been put on it when it comes to reporting large amounts of money that's coming in. There's something called the suspicious activity report. Now, if you have a good relationship with your bank and you speak to your bank and you explain this is where the money is coming from, whatever, there's no problem with that. But at the end of the day, the average person does not have that relationship with the bank. So you don't want to be in a situation where you have to explain that later on. And you don't want to keep your money on the exchange because exchanges fly by night. So that's one of the problems that people have. So like the average guy, let's say in New Jersey or somebody that's in Los Angeles, they can't have that conversation with the bank directly. Now, that being said, I am going to, in the next month or so, I'm going to be trying to talk to a couple of banks that deal with crypto here in the they're in the United States. The U.S. is only a couple of miles off the coast of this island. So I'm going to go talk to them and get that information. You have to understand something. What I'm saying is not far-fetched. It has already happened. I'll try to find some of the information that's out there on that. Crypto is, as you can see, it's kind of like against the American dollar. So it's one of those things. So moving that type of money in causes that type of where's this from? Because if your average checking account, savings account had X amount of money, and all of a sudden you drop 17 million, you could understand, you're gonna have that conversation. Now you could set it up ahead of time, do the whole thing, whatever, and you're fine. You should have no problem. But understand, in America, all you have to be is accused. That's it. As we're seeing that right now with Trump. So that being said, you have a good relationship with the bank, you're in that kind of scenario, yeah, that wouldn't be a problem. That's the blessing of small towns. That's the blessing of being part of a community. Unfortunately, America is not that overall. I'm gonna talk more about staking and stuff like that. I'm actually going to see if I have a sit down with a bank very soon about that. But just understand, if you can have a good relationship with the bank and explain to them where it's coming from, yeah, then there's no problem. Then you can go through the process of doing that. But if you're just gonna just deposit it into your, I don't know, Capital One or whatever it may be, or First Bank account, and just think that everything's gonna be okay, out of 100 of you, a couple of you will get a suspicious activity report, and some of it will get cleared up. Some of it will just, escalate. I have seen firsthand how the government trying to stop bad characters has spilled over to good people. That's why I give everybody the warning. So don't freak out. If you have a good relationship, go talk to the bank and say, listen, in 2024, I have a couple of crypto holdings that are going to go up in value. When I cash them out, should I let you know ahead of time? I've heard of something called a suspicious activity report. Am I going to get hit with that? Things like that. Start the conversation. But But for a big bank type thing like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, forget that one. I'll find small banks. I'll find them.